Even though breathing is the hardest and probably the most frustrating thing to learn in freestyle, you will get through it. What you're going to hear today are tips, drills, and at-home exercises that help my clients tremendously, and I'm hoping they're going to help in your situation as well. You'll get everything you need to get started and become more comfortable. But you're not going to suddenly learn how to breathe by watching hundreds of YouTube videos. It is up to you to take action, to go show up at the pool and do the work. Let me share with you two biggest rules of breathing. Rule number one, slow down. Stay calm. The more relaxed you are, the easier and less scary breathing will get. Rule number two, this is the most important thing. This is where usually your stroke falls apart. Turn your head without lifting it. Pay attention that the top of your head is facing the direction that you want to go in. Chapter 1, analysis. So when should we take a breath? Who remembers the 3 phases of freestyle? Catch phase, pull phase, and recovery. So you're going to breathe in the recovery phase. You're going to use the end part of your stroke to rotate your body slightly. Once you rotate it, you're going to find your shoulder and your head out of the water, and that's the perfect timing to take your breath. Horizontal body position is key. You want your whole entire body to stay right on top of the water. If your kicking isn't great, you're probably going to be swimming at a little bit of an angle. But if you just want to focus on breathing for now, you can either put on some fins or a buoy in between your legs that's going to raise those legs up, and it's going to help to maintain that horizontal body position. I also encourage you to share your stories and your struggles in the comments. You never know who they might help. And if you'd like to keep on learning how to swim with us, you should totally stick around, subscribe, and rewatch these videos as much as you need. To take a breath in, you're going to rotate your head with your shoulders. You are not going to keep your shoulders in the water and lift your head. As I mentioned before, your entire stroke just falls apart when that happens. Turn your head to the side so that your mouth comes out of the water. Top of your head has to be parallel to the wall. If you lift your head up, the top of your head is going to be parallel to what? It's going to be parallel to the ceiling, which you absolutely do not want. Another important thing is to breathe in always through your mouth. Why? Because swimming is tiring. You are getting tired. You need a lot of air. Keep your breath short. You do not have much time to take that breath. You're going to snag that breath in, put your face back, and keep going. The breathing out, exhaling, is going to happen under the water. Again, you do not have much time when your face is out of the water. Out of the water, just for a breath in, underwater for breathing out. Here it doesn't really matter if you breathe out through your mouth or through your nose. Try both, see what you like better. I see a lot of conflicting advice on YouTube on whether you should exhale slowly right after you put your face back in the water, or whether you should hold your breath in and exhale it when you're rotating your head to take another breath. Explaining the pros and cons of both could be its own separate video, but you just got to do whatever works best for you, and what works for somebody else might not be what will work for you. Exhaling slowly could be a better idea if you don't like to hold your breath. Holding your breath and releasing it when you're rotating your head could be a good idea if your legs are sinking or you feel like you're inhaling water when you're rotating your head for a breath. So now, how often should you breathe? As a beginner, try every other stroke. Pick a side that you like better and stick to it for the entire 25. You might switch it for the next 25 if you want to. This will be just enough, and it's going to create the rhythm. The less you breathe, the more tired you get. And at the beginning, you'll probably get tired quite a lot. So you want to make sure you get a lot of that air in. Some people like to breathe every 3 strokes, so they alternate the sides, and that's totally fine. Personally, I just breathe 125 to my right side. Going back, I breathe to my left side, so every other stroke. Chapter 2, water drills. I'm going to show you a couple exercises that you can do in the water. I grouped them into 3 levels from the easiest to most advanced. Level 1, head dips. Take a breath in and exhale in the water for 2 seconds by blowing bubbles. Practice until it feels natural. That means maybe you only need 5 repetitions, or maybe you need to do 50. Standing arms. Hands on the wall, feet on the ground, faces in the water. Alternate arms one at a time. Every time you move your right arm, rotate your head and shoulders to take a breath. Repeat as needed, but minimum 4 strokes on each side. Level 2. Breathing rotations. One hand on the wall, legs are kicking, faces in the water. You're gonna rotate your body to the side for a breath. Arms are not moving. Where should the shoulder be at during the inhale? That's right, out of the water. Switch sides after 10 seconds. Arms with kicking. Hands on the wall, legs are kicking. Alternate arms one at a time with breathing. And level 3. Side kick. Kick on each side with a kickboard, add fins if you're sinking. This will help you practice the exact body position that you should have when taking a breath. Alternating arms. Classic drill, really close to full freestyle but gives time to focus on breathing. Holding a kickboard, move your arms one at a time. When you rotate for a breath, try not to press down on the kickboard, instead press down your shoulder. Chapter 3, you know that I cannot end a video without some at-home exercises that you can start right after watching this one. These are going to help you gain control over your breathing and are going to make you a little bit more comfortable when you don't have enough air. Conscious breathing. Set a timer for 30 seconds. Sit up straight and count your inhales. Blow on the T. Take a deep breath and exhale for as long as you can, blowing on the liquid so that it moves. And box breathing. Breathe in for 5 seconds, pause for 5 seconds, breathe out for 5, and pause on the bottom for 5 seconds. Hey, thank you so much for watching till the end. Learning, growing, trying to improve your swimming. That's awesome. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.